Okay, I think you are live
Oh,
now.
yeah, we are live. We are live. Okay, Big Sam.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we are live. Let me just introduce myself before we move on.
Okay.
Welcome, good evening, and then welcome to NGM New Global Media. This is Sports. I am Usman Bihai, the host, and then my guest for this program is a veteran sport journalist, Bakar Mani, known as Big Sam. Big Sam, welcome to the program.
Well, thank you very much, guys, of course, and all the viewers of NGB. And I'm so glad, Usman, to be on this show. And of course, to Mr. Zuana, too, I say thank you so much to you and whoever is within. Thank you so much for this wonderful program. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you very much, Big Sam. As we all know, we are about to go for the final of West Coast Zonal between the reigning champions, that's Foni, up against Brufut. But before we go deep into the discussion, I want you to describe yourself in a summary for our audience and those who are following the program.
Well, thank you so much. My real name is Bon Bakari Mane. I mean, a native of Kianjenier, bred and brought up in Bakau. Of course, to a father that works with MRC. And then I do my education, I mean, primary, before primary, mostly at Bakau Nursing School and Community Center. I once did somewhere at Kayaf, then back in Bakau. From Bakau, I was from to secondary Krabal and then Gambia, etc. And I started working not in the media first from high school. I work as a pool boy at Club 98, formerly called, of course, African Village Hotel. If you live in Bakau and surrounding, you will know that. And then later, I joined the media through one of my friends, who is my godfather, Basiru Jaju, well known as BMJ. He now manage the Choice FM radio, and yeah, we do Radio One FM, and then yeah, uh, and then I was then posted to Brikama, where everything starts with Brikama Community Radio, and then I rose from those ranks. And then football have also been part of me because during my childhood and my school, I play for the school team. I sometimes play basket. In fact, I do all the disciplines, but football stand out, and then that passion grew with me. And then when I started as a DJ, and then rose to a marketing manager, and then also a sports anchor, which I am presently anchoring sports at FMB, also at Atlantic TV, the Gambia, which I manage as a marketing manager too. And then all other accolades as a second vice president of the Sports Journalists Association of the Gambia. I'm not an executive on the first vice president, I beg your pardon, the first vice president. And then a host of other organizations as the head. Well, I'm a as you call, a lot of people pass through me, both normal media and especially Sports Journalists Association. And currently, I am the head of the journalists, or let's call sports journalists in West Coast region, and also the head of the zonal championship, West Coast region zonal championship, as the head of the media.
Thank you very much, Victor, without wasting much time. Thank you so much for that. We now go deep into the discussion. Briefly, can you tell us the history about West Coast Zonal? How did it come about?
Well, thank you very much, Usman. I think I'm very happy to for this question because 4 years ago, because this year is our fourth edition, Brains in West Coast region. Actually, this zonal kickstart start in COVID. When there was COVID, when there was COVID, there were very limited things that people are doing. I mean, people are sitting home. I mean, there are some kind of distancing, but then there are some precautions that you need to take. So it was the national zonal that usually have, and then that have stopped. And then Brains in West Coast region come together. Of course, I came on board later. The likes of Ganso, a few people came together. They said West Coast is big, and then there are hardly some activities. What can we do this? We are the biggest coast. the biggest region for that matter. Can we come together and initiate something that will kickstart it? This is where the West Coast Zonal Championship come into be. It started during the COVID, as you all know, which we are counting 4 years now. But then you cannot just say, let's start a program. But what is the reason behind? Why are we going to do this? You need to ask yourself, because that's so important. I cannot just start something without just, let's say, Usman, let's come and play football. Why should we come and play football? Do we want to have health? Do we want to? And there are three main things that came out of that. That's why I said brains. They said West Coast is big. It's the biggest. We can do our own. We can do our own. You know, West Coast alone, there are 11 zones. That is put Serekunda and Banjul together, which is only 6 goals. So West Coast have a bigger zone. So let's say, let's bring this thing. But the key thing is here is we are big, and then we know what is happening. One that stands out is, let's come together to be one. Let's gel together. Let's have that understanding. Let's have that feeling of belonging. Big Sam can travel from Brikama and go to Nyantempo in Foni and sleep there, have a friend there. How can we do that? To interact, to bring everything together. Somebody from Jarol can go and all the way to Gundu, and somebody he can go to somebody and sleep there and live there. How do we do this? This is one of the pillars that we said, yes, this is what we want. West Coast to be together, to gel together, to come together. One. Two, we said, the second one is West Coast, we have what we call talent, as we are so big.
Exactly.
So let's see. I mean, not all these players can find themselves in Navetan or second division or so. No, just few that are known. So what about those that are not known? Let's tap raw talent from all corners. This talent, when tapped from this, will be going to the zonal championship, and then they'll be going to their various super Navetan. They'll go into third division. They'll go into fourth division. They'll go into Navetan clubs, which they have never tested. We say one, this is what we want to do. Our second, the third, we said yes. Of course, when you do something, you need to get something in return. We all know how Gambia is. Even a proper football pitch, and I mean, a national football field is not even yet ready. We cannot even play. So we said what we can do is, at the end of the tournament, we can see how small, how big is, to give it back to the zones, to have that also for them to organize some of their sporting jamborees, maybe they are Navetans or they are district tournaments or whatever, just to help them. We all know football is what. So these are three factors that stand out. And Usman, today I will tell you, we have achieved this. A player from Foni plays from Foni to second to third division and play for the national, not only play for national, but captain the national side. All those are coming from our
Exactly.
this national West Coast. So these are some of the
That's
components.
practice.
And then all these things that come together also, we give them money. And then, I tell you, today I can go to Buyam and sleep a night in Buyam. I am known everywhere. Likewise, you, likewise, any other body. So that means we are together. So these are some of the things that a little bit history behind us organizing. And then we are going stronger every year. We say one, we say two, we say three, and now we are talking about four. And inshallah, five is coming. The fifth edition is coming.
So sure. In terms of when you organize football, more especially like West Coast, as you rightly mentioned, it is it is the biggest area in this country. Yeah, we all know football. There are some challenges and then some achievements. In terms of challenges, can you just mention some few challenges that you have gone through with since the inception of this Visco Zona?
Sorry, can you come again?
I said, like you rightly mentioned, in anything that you are doing, there must be some challenges. In terms of challenges, what are some of the challenges that you have gone through with since the start of this West Coast?
Well, the biggest challenge that we are having is we are doing this thing without a sponsor.
Oh,
West Coast Region Zonal Championship is one of the biggest sporting caravan or sporting event that you can find. You know what I mean? But then, here we go now. Here we go. Here we go now. When you need visibility, this is the place that you go to. But then, in terms of the visibility, we are calling, because if you go to any of our games, even in our normal games, the parks are full. Talk less of the finance and all that stuff. You see crowd that you cannot even understand. But then yet still, not that the organizing committee or the market, we are writing companies. Anyway, we can send, child phone will come sometimes at the end of the final. But that's the most challenging thing that we are having at the moment, sponsor. Because anything that we do, from the gate takings and from any other thing that we can have, this is what we do. And then, can you believe it? This year alone, we are giving $100,000 for a winner and a trophy with medals. And the runners up is getting $80,000 without sponsors. I'm telling you this. So basically, we definitely want sponsors to come on board, and we want the people of West Coast region once again to come together to support it, and not only by supporting. Let's have sportsmanship. Although we have one or two things, football goes with that, but then that's what we want. The understanding. Even if it goes to Gunjur, it's in West Coast region. It goes to Brikama, it goes to Brufut, it's West Coast. It goes to Foni, it's West Coast region. So let's put it together. And then remember that it's not only about the trophy, but it's about we coming together, we nurturing talent. We definitely have something to give to all these zones at the end of the day, also to benefit from it, Usman. But sponsor is key if we are talking about what we are going through.
For last year winners, it was Foni who won the trophy against Gunjur, and I was meant to understand that the prize money was around $45,000. But this year you are mentioning something like 100,000 and 80,000 for winners and runners up. How are you able to manage to come up with such kind of a huge amount of money?
Thank you. Because if you remember last year when Phonic played and then won, they won with 45 and all that stuff. At the end of the day, we get a lot of backlashes from people because the
Exactly.
final was played. The final was played twice, and then the crowd.
Twice.
So you can see a crowd, but you cannot determine the money. That's out of it. Okay, we got a real problem regarding that. But one thing, Usman, people need to understand in sports and anything is, especially football, prize and what is going to be given are decided at the AGM well before the ball is kicked. So you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So you cannot say because the final is played twice, the money has to be top up. No, it will have been discussed where everybody was there that this is the prize that we're going to give this year. Okay, you can see the rebut of what happened. We have the two finals. And then the money that was given, some was given to but the chunk of the money was given and was out there to make sure that it is planned better. Look what happened. We sprang from 45,000 to 100 to 80,000. Did they know how that come
Exactly.
about? Exactly. So that will tell you the money that was collected was not used, was put into good use. And then the price that we are talking about, yes, something can be out of, but which something is out of because when they are preferential for the final, they were given something like 20,000 each. And then when they go back for the replay final, they were also given another amount of money. So they didn't realize that. So they were just looking at the price that was given. That price have been discussed well before the ball is kicked for the third edition. It's been discussed already at the AGM. So that's the price that was discussed. You cannot change that. It's the quorum that said that. You cannot have the quorum there to decide what to add of that. At the end of the day, the bonus you have. So that is why the money that was put together and some of the health aware, that is why we are this year break the record 100%, more than 100% increment from 45,000 to 100,000 and from 35 something like that to 80,000. So basically, this is what happened, Usman. So and I want people
That's
to
a
know
great.
that things are
Sure.
discussed before tournaments start. This is what
Good.
really
That's a
happened.
great achievement. It's a great achievement. Let's now just go deep into the final. What is the level of preparation within West Coast at the moment?
Well, the level of Wisconsin, you know, and I know everything is happening. Well, I must first and foremost thank my media team, which include you yourself and the rest of the
Exactly.
media. When you look at all the radio station, online TV, and even where I work as an I was there. You know, my voice things on Monday are on radio stations, TV stations, every other day, even today. So for publicity wise, I mean everything around the four corners. I always do the advert. I have done the advert as early as Monday. It's going on social media, on radios, etc. And then at the organizing level, everything has been prepared. Remember, this is a replay final. If it is a final, there are certain things that you need to put together. But already those things have been put together. It's a matter of manual you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So exactly, because it's already planned, it's already there. So we just have to put together. Even if it is tomorrow is the final, you will see a very different fun. The organizing committee is ready, the executive is ready, and the teams. In fact, the teams are also been given whatever they already, and the media is doing a tremendous job in publicizing this. We are 100% O plus one ready, Usman.
Okay, let's now talk about the two teams. This is a replay final, as you rightly mentioned initially. We have all witnessed the first final between the two sides. The reigning champions, Foni, came with the hope of retaining their title. Brufut said no. Brufut, who are playing the final for the first time. It ended in a 2-all draw as Brufut took the lead, Foni equalized. Brufut went ahead again, Foni equalized. What have you seen in the first final that will make the second final, more exciting?
Well, what I have seen in the second final is that when Brufut plays with Foni in the first game, it was like a cat and mouse game. Cat and mouse game is, let me see if he hit back. Oh, I try to see
Yes.
where he loved, then I just take an opportunity and hit him. So this was what happened there. You said you scored, he scored, you score, and then you score back. So that was what they were playing. It's like everybody is looking at the tactics, especially the coaches and players. I mean, let's see. It's kind of a chess game, chess. It's kind of a chess game. So this was what they were playing, and then Fournier has to realize where the strength they have and then the weakness they have on that game. Likewise, Brufut also have the strength. They know their strength on that game and they know their weakness. So both are going back to come together. And believe you me, I'm not going to bet my money because I know it's going to be a different ball game. They test each other,
Sure.
and this time when they come, they will going to apply whatever they have. So it's going to be a very tricky final. Yes, definitely.
Someone might say that football sometimes is not fair because these are the two teams. These are two teams that struggle during the group stages. More especially Fonia is a team that rely not only on the pitch. Sometimes they have to work on their tactics on the papers by writing, by appealing. Here they are. These are the two teams that struggle. But we have seen Brufut, they lost against Fonia during the group stages. Brufut lost against Lamen, and then in the semi-finals, they managed to beat Lamin to go through to the final. Foni also is a team that struggled during the group stages. They managed only one victory. That was against Brufut, and they lost some games against Costa. They also drew against Brikama, and then against Sukuta. They nearly lose the game, but they managed to equalize, in which the fans of Sukuta reacted repugnantly, and then the game was like cancelled, could not go forward. Do you think these two teams deserve to be where they are today?
Well, of course, like I said, I concur with you. Football sometimes is very unpredictable.
Mhm.
Many people this year will not, especially because normally for defending champions, you normally don't rule them off like that because they've been there and
Exactly.
then they know. But for Brufut, I call them the surprise element of the final because they came where nobody thought they are coming. In fact, even the struggling Foni. Foni, let me tell you about Foni. Foni, when they play on the pitch, you can see the talent. You can see what they have. But sometimes it doesn't go in their favor. So that's why people are skeptical. But like I said, some of us and some of people, several pundits will never rule a defending champions out. When it comes to Sukuta, Burfoot were the one that get people mad, that get people surprised. So I call them surprise element. They fail, like Jara will tell you, they fail to die. So they want to die and then they go out, they go in the coma and then come back again. I remember somebody that made to die live longer. So that's actually what happened to Burfoot. Burfoot were the surprise element. To be honest, they crawl, they do everything, but at the end of the day, they are there. And then they are there and they will not let it slip like that. It's going to be a very hard fought game between these two sides.
This is the first edition, and there's no team that managed to make a back-to-back victories, like retaining their title. Do you think Foni they got a team that can be the first team to make a back-to-back in the finals? Do you think they have a team that can win the trophy this time around?
Yeah, I know. I'm sure they have a team. Like I said, when you watch Phony plays, you know that they have talent. They have a team, but somehow sometimes it doesn't work in their favor. Yes, I would say they have a team. All right, to get it back to back, that's a big question because nobody have done it. And then the surprise element of the tournament, the fourth edition, which is Brufut, are keen on their laurels to bring this to Sane mentoring. They have people of
Sure.
Coming back in, and they have everything it takes to give them. If you come to fans, if you come to people, if you come to everybody, they are ready to come and take that trophy. So it will be a very hard one. I cannot rule Fonyi doubling it. I cannot rule Fonyi losing it. But then I know it's going to be a very, very tricky game. And then, like I said, somebody who want to die and came alive, which is Brufut, they will never easily die. So
There's Big Sam. You are watching NGM Sports, and
and also
yeah, there are.
that is it.
Yeah, sure. Sam, let's still continue with the discussions. The expectation is very, very high for this final, for the upcoming final, because I'm from Foni, but I'm staying at Brufut. We have a compound there. I'm seeing the level of preparation around both from both end. If you go to Foni, they are printing so many jerseys, printing so many things. Likewise, Brufut, everybody's engaged. The first language at Brufut is Mandinka. Second is the zonal final. If you go to Foni, the first language is Jola. Majority of them are Jolas. The second language is about zonal final. Do you think this replay final will be more excited than the one that you have already witnessed?
Obviously, I am expecting that. Very much because remember, Usman, it's just like you drink a water and then you are not yet whatever test you are, it's not quenched. So you need to come back and make sure that you definitely drink to your best. So this is what happens. People see football. Some people see good football. Some people expect to see good, especially the trophy. The trophy is where you get the end drink. So this is what everybody wants to see. So that one was not. It doesn't happen in the last one, but this time around, there must be, and there will be a champion. So people will see a champion. Is it going back to the defending champion, or we have a new champion born as Brufut? People will definitely come. It will be more. People will definitely to come to satisfy their taste of the football.
In terms of the guests, who are we expecting to be in the final? Are we expecting the president or maybe the sport and minister of youth and sports to be part of the guests who will be coming to witness the final? Who is invited to attend the final?
I think from the organizing committee point of view, they have a couple of names that will be. Well, the Gambia football governing body GFF will, the president or its representative will be there. Of course, we have Minister of Youth and Sports, which is also on the pipeline. The governor, the area council, and a host of dignitaries definitely will come. The CFO Lulu from all these regions, and also the MPs will also be there. We will definitely have. In fact, even the Minister of Information, Ismaila, and etc., will also be part. According to organizing committee, they are high ranking delegation from the Gambia, especially from the sport fraternity, which will be attended. So definitely there are no sort of dignitaries that will attend. Very high-profile dignitaries are invited, and surely they will all come, because that's the reason why we have to drop the date on Saturday the 15th, because initially the final was pegged to be on the 18th, and then this
18,
18.
exactly.
This 18, comes with a very different independent celebration because Gambia is at 60, which is a diamond jubilee. So a
Jubilee,
diamond jubilee,
exactly.
okay, so that's why most of the dignitaries, the ministers and all will all be busy on the state banking and any other program. So that's why we were advised to bring it back, which is that is exactly on the 15th, so that these guys will also have time to come this weekend and grace the occasion. Then on the 18th, they will go on their ministerial or whatever national, because that's a national diamond jubilee, Gambia at 60, which everybody will be busy. So basically, Usman, that's why we are so convinced that we will get them, and that's the day that they will be free. But if it is on the 18th, it will be a different ball game.
In terms of ticketing, after the first final, which was ended in a 2-all draw, fans were not happy that they are going home without knowing who is the champion. And now, some people, even when you go to social media or even when you go to these local villages, they will be just asking the questions: what will be the ticket price for the final? Are we going to put another price, or the price is coming down? Because I could remember the first final was it was around $100. I think, if I am right, is it
You're
going to
right,
be the
you
same
got it right.
price?
There is no
Exactly.
changes in there is no, Usman, I'll tell you, there's no changes in ticketing. The same $100 it will be charged. And then this time around, they will have a champion wherever there must be, and there will be a champion. But the ticketing, the organize, normally for us, we are media personnel, as you know, sports, especially football or any other sport, organizing committee are that stage the competition. They are the one that does the competition. So they are the one, the venues, the play, the ticketing and everything which there is under them. But the news coming from them is we are the same. We have the same ticketing, $100. And then, like I said, let them not complain. They know football one is very, very expensive. And then at the end of the day, these monies that they are putting together are going back to their zones. And also, like I said, you can see the price change in the without a sponsor, we are going 100,000 and 80,000. So basically, that means the money still remains 100, and then let them not complete. They will see good football, they will see final, and at the end of the day, the money they put in will be plowed back to their communities.
That is Big Sam.
Yes,
I think.
Usman.
Yes, good. I think the connection is the problem here, but we are left with just 3 minutes to go, because it is just a 30 minutes program. Maybe as far as we are going on, we will extend the time up to 1 hour. Now, Sam, in terms of coverage, for the media who will be coming to cover the final, is it open for all media's houses to come and cover the final? Or there are some media houses that will be covering this final?
Yes, it's open, but a little caution here because we have accreditation. The likes of West Coast Media Zone will be coming, and then we have some accreditation cards for certain media houses. And then also, if it's a mainstream media and non-media, let's say, for instance, you said Capital, you say QTV, also. I mean, those even if they have their own cards, or I repeat, the Sports
Mhm.
Journalists Association of the Gambia, they card is very
Mhm.
welcome. But we also have accreditation that we are giving because Usman, sometimes these finals you will see more journalists than football players. Some of these journalists
Exactly.
you don't know, you don't even know which media house they are. You will only see them with their telephones. You will, I mean, they will tell you the names that you have never heard before. So
Mhm.
I mean, we have to be very cautious. Because at the end of the day, too, we also have problem with the organizing committee, especially with the finance department, to get money from them. Because normally we see they will give us, they will always complain. We have a lot of journalists, we have a lot of money that we are giving out. So we need to a bit cut that. We are not driving the mainstream media will be there. Also, we have accreditation for the West Coast Zonal and some of these outlets that are very well known. I mean, media house. I mean, if Usman come to Moxbar, nobody is going to Usman. If Big Sam go to the stadium, nobody will, because they know we have worked with credible media houses and we have been there. So these are some of the things that we, but then not everybody like whoever come with your camera or your telephone or whatever, I mean, and it's not. So we are going to look at that very, very, very seriously, but with no disrespect to all media, especially media houses that we use for our media campaign. Like right now, I'm on NGB, and then the boys were at Ranga, they were at QTV, they were at Star FM. Yeah, those are credible and mainstream media that we're using daily. So there will be no problem on that. But sometimes, for me myself as the head of media, sometimes I am baffled when I come to Box Bar. I see media personnel more than any other person in the stadium, man. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. Finally, what will be your final message, like an advice to the public? As we all know, football sometimes we normally see some unsporting behaviors from the fans, more especially if they lost the game. Sometimes the crowd, to control the crowd, becomes a big problem. What will be your advice so that we can have a smooth final and without any distraction?
Well, my advice is I'm calling Gambia because West Coast is the only region in the Gambia that is doing the West Coast, whether it's during the zonal championship. So we
Yeah,
invite
exactly.
Gambia from Basse, from Bolibana to Khartoum. We invite everybody to come. Come in your numbers and be part of this wonderful historic moment. And then also to be please come in order. There will be securities, come in order, enjoy the game, and go back home. Let's maintain the sportsmanship. Let's maintain discipline because discipline is key in one's life. Indiscipline will never give you anything. Only discipline can take you further. So let's come in peace, support in peace, whatever happened, and then whatever happened, let's celebrate as West Coast and go home. So please, discipline is what we are calling for. We are calling for one Gambia. We are calling for one West Coast region, and we are going to celebrate the 60th Independent Diamond Jubilee of the Gambia, of course, our homeland. So let's definitely maintain this. And then thank you so much for everybody, wherever you are. But remember, Usman, tell the people, companies that if they need visibility, if they need advertisement, West Coast Zonal is the highest ranking public place that people will come and watch football. So their product and services will definitely be, and they will definitely see the difference. So once again, I thank everybody. Discipline is the key to this. Let's come together as one family, celebrate and go together as one. For those in West Coast region, wherever this trophy goes, it's West Coast that win, not anybody. It's West Coast that win, and it's me, you, and everybody. West Coast is bigger than any of us. So let's see West Coast as number one. Usman.
Number one. This is what we have time for today's edition. Then we'll be back next Thursday, the same time on NGM New Global Media, wherever you may be following this program live. We say thank you so much. Rendezvous till we come back next Thursday. Inshallah, we'll continue to engage people about sports. Thank you so much, Mr. Sawane.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
I know you
Sawane. Thank
enjoy the
you.
program.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good
Thank
day,
you.
guys. Good event.
Thank you
Good
so.
program. Take care.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.